So there's a difference between refusing a ride and canceling a ride. There are no penalties for refusing a ride.
Okay.
But there are penalties for canceling. So refusing a ride is it comes in, you don't like it, so you decline it. A cancellation is the ride comes in, then you accept it, and then you realize that you don't want it, and then you cancel. Now, that one messes around with the customer's experience, right? The decline does not affect the customer's experience. The cancellation does. Because some people will cancel when they're 1 minute away from the customer, or they're 2 minutes away from the customer. Now, the customer's waited for you for 5, 6 minutes, and then you're 1 minute away, and then you cancel, right? So that affects the customer's experience. So that one, you'll get penalized for it. Now, for us, typically I'm not going to speak about other markets, but in the Chicago market, I strive to keep my cancellation between 10 and 20%, which is for every 10 rides, for 10% you cancel one, and for 20% for every 10 rides, you can cancel two.
Okay.
That is a safe zone. That's a safe zone to stay away from being deactivated.
Deactivated.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another rideshare guy in the US I see who is always talking about if you are deactivated, you guys have a way to go around it and stuff like that. So here, maybe to brief you about they introduced a cancellation fee a while ago. That is like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But then, when they introduced the cancellation fee, because of the high commission, it turned out to be like, with time, most riders were pushed away indirectly. How? Until a driver could reach at the location, wait for 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and then cancel the ride. After maybe after a negotiation with the client to take them. And indeed, they take them. A client will accept to be taken off the app. But then during the cancellation, still the driver will want to be given the minimum fare, because by then it was 6,000. And that amount is topped up on the rider's account to the next trip. So if the next trip is 30,000, it will be plus 6,000, 36. So as that cancellation fee piled up, it pushed away some riders, some users from the platform. And I'm wondering, is there also a cancellation fee of the rider? That is, if the rider cancels a ride, not the driver.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, how much is it?
Anywhere from $289 to $389. That's for normal rides, and then for reservations, it's half the fare. If you made a reservation, if you made a reservation of, like, let's say $20 to go to the airport, and then you cancel within an hour, the person gets half the amount.
Okay.
But that's only for reservations. A normal ride is anywhere from $289 to $389, depending on what city you're in.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is basically about 6,000, 7,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, there is a video of yours that I was watching. You were talking about mileage.
Okay.
I don't know why it's still not yet well thought about by drivers down here in Uganda, or rather Kampala. Basing on our standards here in Kampala, of course, we have new arrivals, cars that are used elsewhere in Japan, in Dubai, and they come with not a bad mileage, but that's what we consider new here, because we are not able to afford 0 mileage.
Okay.
So what's your thought, or what would be your advice to a driver when it comes to choosing a car? Why and why vis-a-vis a new car based on our standard here in Kampala or Uganda and a used one that has already been driven on the streets of Kampala?
Okay, it comes down to how much you're going to drive. If are you going to drive part time? Are you going to drive full time? Right.
Okay.
So the general life of a rideshare car is 2.5 years.
Okay. U.S. standards, not Kampala standards.
Yes, U.S. standards.
Okay.
And I think it would pretty much be the same, because in the U.S. you drive a whole lot more because the roads are much better.
Yep.
Right.
Mm.
In Uganda you're going to drive less, but the roads are much worse.
Oh.
But you're going to drive less.
Mm.
So I think it would come down to about the same amount of time.
Probably.
If you're doing full time, 2.5 years.
Okay.
Because if you're driving a car, if you're typically driving a car normally, you're driving to work, you're dropping off your kids, and you're coming home, right?
Mm.
Give and take 30 kilometers, right?
Mm.
And I would think if you're driving Uber full time, you do about 200 kilometers per day.
Maybe sometimes, but it can't be every day.
Yes, on average.
Due to the number of clients and vis-a-vis the number of drivers, it can't be every day.
And also your traffic.
Yeah, maybe you can do.
Your traffic is not.
You can do 100.
Okay,
average.
100.
Yeah.
So I think your car is going to last longer than ours.
Okay.
So I think I would give it 3 or 3.5 years. If you're averaging 120 kilometers a day, I would give it 3.5 years.
Probably.
So
if
here's my question.
Your maintenance is also on the good side.
Yeah, I maintain my car every 3 weeks. I would recommend you doing exactly the same.
Oh no.
So let me ask a question.
Mm.
How many kilometers before you have an oil change in general?
5,000.
5,000 kilometers?
Yes, that's about a month.
Okay, so divide
3 weeks to a
the
month.
5,000. You divide the 5,000 by 100 kilometers, which would make it what?
It also depends on the type of oil you're using, because now there's synthetic, which is 10,000, 15, 7.
No, you always use synthetic.
That's you on that side, but for us, we have older versions here. You can't use synthetic in a 2008.
Okay. Okay, so it all comes down to 5,000 divided by 100.
Okay, that's 50.
Does that make it 50 days? It makes it 50 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how long it took you to get to the 5,000. As soon as you get to the 5,000, you do the oil change. If it takes you 20 days, you still do the oil change. If it takes you 30 days, you still do the oil change. If it takes you 50 days, you still do the oil change. So ours is 5,000 miles.
Okay.
So regardless of how long it took me, whenever I get to 5,000 miles, I do the oil change.
I'm a bit confused because here we are well versed with kilometers. So versus.
Well, you told me 5,000 kilometers, right?
Yeah, not miles.
Yeah. So whenever you clock the 5,000 kilometers, you have to do the oil change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever they do the oil change, do they give you a number?
Yeah, they give you a card. Yeah, on the odometer, they read from the odometer.
Yeah. So as soon as you get that number, go to the auto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So besides the two points you noticed, the poor pay and the private clients, what's your other notice when it comes to the Kampala community with Uber? As a client, when you're a client.
Oh, as a client?
Yeah, not a driver, because you've not driven here.
I think the Ugandans have a long way to go with professionals.
Okay.
They're not professional at all.
Okay.
And I can understand why. I've lived there before, and they don't understand why they should be professional because they have never seen the benefit of it.
Okay.
Nobody has ever educated them on the benefit of it.
Okay.
And I think in general Africans have the mentality of looking for the next customer. Even when it comes to business, we are more interested in getting the next customer. And
not the present one.
My rule is to give an exceptional service to the one that you already have.
Okay.
Okay. So when you give an exceptional service to the one that you already have, they will do the marketing for you.
Okay.
Okay. So if I give you an exceptional service, you're going to tell your sister, you're going to tell your father, you're going to tell your friend, you're going to tell your banker friend. Your banker friend will say, I have to take this Uber, they're never on time or whatever. I say, no, I know a guy. We do it with Ubers, we do it with border borders. When you're picking up food, or I say, no, here's my guy. My guy is reliable. This is my guy, right? So once you provide that exceptional service, the customers you already have are going to do the work for you. You don't have to advertise. You don't have to do anything. They'll always forward your name. Okay. So I think the mistake that we make as Africans in general, and Ugandans in general, is that we're worried about getting the next customer. It doesn't matter what business it is, restaurant, fashion, real estate. As soon as you get the customer, you serve them quickly, and then you discard them, and then you look for the next one, right? And because of that, you don't give them an exceptional service. As soon as you get their money, you're done with them. You can always see it in a supermarket. As soon as you give them the money, they don't have a good attitude. They don't treat you well, because as soon as you give them the money,
it's done.
Then they are. Our interaction is done. Now let's go to the next customer. And that's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to concentrate on the ones that you got. You give them an exceptional service, and they'll bring everyone with them.
But Uber provides us with refresher courses, online refresher courses.
Who provides you, or who provides me with refresher courses? No,
I mean Uber. When it comes to Uber, it gives refresher courses for drivers.
None of this stuff is taught to anyone. None of this stuff is taught to anyone. All this stuff is all me figuring it out.
No, what I'm saying about the unprofessionalism with drivers down here in Kampala, Uber gives us refresher courses, online courses.
It does?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we are just adamant about it, but they give us, even when you're signing up, they give you online courses to go about everything, how to handle riders, what to do when a rider doesn't pay, etc. and so forth.
Oh, it's a mindset problem.
Oh, okay, I think.
And it's not only Ugandans with it. In general, Africans have that problem.
Oh.
We Yes, in whatever industry. You think of whatever industry you have back there.
Okay.
Once you get the customer, our interaction is done.
Oh.
It's done.
Okay.
So it's a general problem. It's a general, again, because we haven't seen the benefits of it. We haven't seen the benefits of, because also most of us have never owned a business. Most of us have never had a business. And Uber is virtually you owning a business, because it's your car, it's your time, it's your commitment, and all that. And so for most of the people, this is their first goal at owning a business, running a business. And they don't know the ins and outs of how to run a business. I mean, there's a legal side to it, there's a structure side to it, there's a maintenance side to it, there's a communication side to it. I mean, how many restaurants have you gone to in Uganda, and you sit and wait, and nobody comes to serve you for a long time, right?
Sure.
Because you've entered the establishment. Now there's no need for me to try to get you. You're already in my establishment, so I'll serve you at my convenience.
Whatever time.
Yes, and after I've gotten your money, you're not going to come back, because you're going to remember that you had a bad experience. But me, I'm satisfied that you came to my establishment that day, right? Instead of me concentrating on giving you an exceptional service, so that you can always come back. You get the difference?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you have to keep the customers you have. You concentrate on keeping the ones you have.
Retain
instead
them.
of it's more expensive. It's more expensive to acquire a new customer. It's cheaper to retain the one you have.
Okay.
Because you don't spend any money, right? Okay, let me give you an example. I own a restaurant. You've come and ordered chips and liver.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So your first time, in order for me to keep you as a customer, all I have to tell you is that if you come in next time, I'll give you 50% off.
Yep. That's
okay?
what Uber does.
you will show up. Right?
The
third time, the third time, all I have to do is have a nice lady smile at you or whatever. You'll even forget about the 50%, right?
True.
So the experience now is amazing, right? Now it only costs you half of that plate to retain me. But in order to get a new customer, you have to advertise on radio. Yeah. You have to advertise on TikTok. You have to advertise on what? You have to go out and you're spending so much more money
to bring in
getting this new customer
True.
to come to your restaurant.
True.
And yet, all I have to do to retain you to give me that same amount of money is to give you 50% off.
Yep.
So concentrate on keeping the one that you have.
Okay.
Instead of acquiring a new one. It's more expensive to acquire new.
Now, at the Drivers Nation on YouTube, we don't only talk about ride hailing, but generally driving, anything about cars and stuff like that. Now, Timothy, this is a bit personal, and it's fine if you answer it or no. Why did you choose Uber over other transportation opportunities like trucking?
No, trucking was basically because of my family. Trucking, I couldn't do trucking because I would never be home. Okay. So in order to make some serious money with trucking, you have to be on the road on average 5-6 days a week. So you come home for 2 days out of the week, you hang around with family, and then you get back on the road, right? That was never going to be conducive for me and my family because I have 2 girls and a boy. So in order for me to keep a tight leash on my kids, I had to be home every day.
Okay.
It was that one was just a family decision.
Okay.
I had to be home every day, and Uber gives me that opportunity to be home every day.
But trucking is good as well.
Right now, no. Right now, it's also giving bad rides.
Oh.
Yeah, trucking is also giving bad rides. It's not bad per se, but it's one of those things where you also have to be pretty good at selecting your loads, right?
Okay.
And it's not like Uber where they just keep throwing them at you, and then you discard the ones you don't want. In trucking, they don't keep throwing them at you like that. So it's much harder to get good ones.
Finally, before I let you go,
Yeah.
AI is coming and everyone is worried.
Okay.
What's your take on that when it comes to AI and drivers? With the likes of self-driving cars, etc. and so forth.
Build your own clientele.
Okay.
It all comes down to you building your own clientele, right?
Okay.
You have to come up with a scenario where you are in charge. As long as somebody is in charge of your income, as long as someone is in charge of your outcome, as long as someone is in charge of your decisions, they are going to price the rides the way they want. They're going to treat you the way they want, and there's no decision making that you don't have any say in the decision making.
Okay.
Basically, with Uber, they provide us with a platform, right? And then they give us the rules. They tell us what the rides are going to look like, how long they are going to take, and all that. And then we decide whether we want them or not. With private clientele, you make all the rules. You decide who your client is, how much they're going to pay you, how long the ride is going to take.
A quick one before I forget. Do you also have like a community of drivers, let's say in Chicago where you are, whereby if you have a pool, okay, let's say you have 3 clients at the same time, and you can maybe contact them to take on the other gigs? Do you do that? Because here we do it.
Yes.
So you have colleagues who just give a call and you're like, okay, I'm referring you this driver and stuff like that.
For Ugandans, 2 do Uber Black, that is the VIP section, and then 2 do regular. And when someone contacts me and I can't do it, I first ask them. And then if they say they can't do it, then I tell the person we are all fully booked. If you can't do it, you can't do it.
Down here in Kampala, the direct competitor of ride hailing is Boda Boda.
Okay.
It reduces the rides a car can make.
Okay.
So you find that a Boda Boda will do more trips than a car.
Okay.
What's your take on that?
What's your thought?
Because
2 options.
Okay.
2 options.
Okay.
One, you can rent out the Boda Bodas, or 2, you can ride it.
Okay.
Right? You go where the money is. I have noticed most of the deals in Uganda, especially with transportation, they're predatory, right?
In what context?
So if I went to Kampala and tried to rent out a Boda for me to make money, the amount of money that I'm paying the owner of the Boda is predatory.
Okay.
The person riding the Boda does not. It's not designed in his favor. It's designed. The other guy is basically extracting, and he's leaving the Boda rider with nothing. That's why it's a bad business, because it's predatory, it's extractive. So go into that gap. Go into the gap where you create a scenario where both of you win. Okay? You can tell him you can do rent to own, right?
Yeah.
Rent to own is you rent the border from me and then you own it in 2 years.
Yeah.
That way, the border is not destroying the motorcycle trying to make money. Because he knows after 2 years, I'm going to own it. Okay? So you can do a rent to own. He looks after the border well. He brings you money. He keeps some money. And then you have a symbiotic relationship. So there's so many. You have to think outside the box. Okay. Think outside the box. But I've noticed that most of your deals, most of the Ugandan deals, even when you're renting a car, it's predatory, right? 300,000 a week.
Yep.
I'm sorry, 300,000 a day. Was it 250 a day? I think on average, to rent a car in Uganda is 250,000 a day, right?
It depends what car.
Look, if you rent a car at 150,000, that car is not going to be a good car. Let's be realistic about that.
What car did you rent? What car have you tried renting in Kampala?
I got a decent one because he was my friend, and I paid him 150. A Subaru. It was an old Subaru though. But if he wasn't my friend, I was going to get that thing for about 200, 250.
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
Yes. Isn't that predatory?
Not really. Basing on our standards, no. And for a
yes,
Subaru, no.
Okay.
Because if you get down to Toyotas, it's from 100,000 per day to 200. Small Toyotas.
Okay.
Yeah. Then if you want, let's say.
That's the same price as the U.S.
Hey.
Yes. The U.S. is $18, $19, $20 a day.
18
to $20 a day to rent a car.
$20?
Yes.
Okay.
To rent a rideshare car is $60. To rent a normal car is $20.
Okay. The last time I checked, Uber was also venturing into car hire.
Yeah, they do it.
Oh my God.
If you don't have a car and you want to do Uber, yeah, they'll rent you a car. But
no.
It's very expensive.
No.
Very expensive. It's $400 a week. Very expensive.
No, what I mean, okay, well, how I perceived it is like if I want to drive myself.
Yeah, they also have that option.
And I want a car, I get to the Uber platform and I get a car and I drive myself. Self-drive.
They also have that option, yes, which is about $18 to $25 a day. It's the same price as you guys.
Okay.
It's the same price as you guys.
Okay.
Again, like I say, you see, here's the thing we do, and I've seen my friends do it. They'll buy something from here. They'll take it to Uganda and charge ×3, right? Now I understand you spent some money on transportation and clearing, but it does not warrant the ×3. It's being predatory.
Wow, but yeah, we are, prices are not regulated down here, so anything can happen.
No. I'm saying you have to change that mindset. If you make more money, by charging a reasonable price than a predatory price. Because when you charge a predatory price, then you've taken away a whole new customer. Right? When you're charging 250 to 300,000 for your car, the corporate guys are the only ones who can afford that.
But it also depends on the distance, because you could have wanted to rent a car and go to Lira. That's uptown.
Yes, and those can be in the contract. Those can be in the contract in the pricing. It can all reflect in the pricing. You can say, hey, if you you can put a limit on how much you can drive, the distance. You can put a limit. You can say, hey, if I'll charge you 100,000, and your limit is 70 kilometers.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Or I'll charge you 50K, and your limit is 20 kilometers.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you're charging 50K for 20 kilometers, that is me hiring your car so I can go to work. You see how many customers you've included in that bracket?
I get your point.
But if you're charging 300,000 and I want to go to work, I'm not coming to hire your car.
I get that.
You see? Yeah. So you've opened up a whole new customer. If I want to drive a pretty girl to Angenois or Silk or whatever, and it says, hey, we have services where you can take the car for 2 hours, and each hour is 50K, right? Or 3 hours or 4 hours. You take her to the club, and then you bring back the car. Now, if you're charging 300K, the car is seated at home there for the whole week, and you haven't made any money. But if you're charging 50K for 10 kilometers, how many people are going to come and hire that car during the week?
I get your point.
And you're going to make a whole lot more than what? Than 300K.
That's what Uber is doing.
Yeah. That's again, it all comes down to people having never done a business before.
Okay.
And also you have to live within your realities, right? So the thing about us is that we want to build the fancy apartment and rent it out for Airbnb. We want to buy the nice Toyota Harrier and rent it out on Uber or VIP. And because someone on TikTok or someone on YouTube told us that you can make 8 million a month, or you can do this or whatever, right? But if you start up an Airbnb that charges 50K a night,
it will be booked throughout the whole month.
You will not even have space. You don't have space, right? If you have an Airbnb of 100K a night, there will not be a day you won't have anybody in there.
True.
But you bring it down to the standards of 100K, right? Bring it down to the standards of 100K, and say, now you have a new clientele. You have people on campus. You have people on WAD. You have people you have students who will want that place, right? As long as it has a TV and internet, it doesn't have to be posh.
True.
It will be booked out. It will be booked all through the month.
True.
But we target two customers. We target the middle class and we target the elite. And then we leave out the customer that is the majority.
The wananchi.
Yes. And you will make more. Okay, if you're charging 100K per night, that is what? That is 3 million.
Yeah, a month.
Right? That's 3 million a month. And if you have a fancy Airbnb that is charging 350 a day, there's a very good chance that you're only going to rent it out for 10 days, right?
True.
And you'll make the 3 million, right? This one will be fully booked the whole month, and you'll still make the 3 million. But you spent much less furnishing it, right? And you spent much less on the bed sheets. You spent much less on the fancy chandeliers. You spent much less on the balcony. You spent much less on security. You've spent only 5 million to get it where it is, and you're making 3 million. The other one, you spent 30, 40, 50 million, and you're making only 3 million. Okay. But you've cut out all these customers that you could have had. Okay. That's the difference.
Okay. Thank you so much, Timothy, for coming through at the Drivers Nation on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe any last words for our listeners or other viewers?
It's again, I do understand that Uber gives bad prices. I do understand that Uber is not going to make you rich. I do understand that Uber is not going to get you where you need to be. It's a stepping stone. It's a bridge to where you want to be. You have to use Uber as a stepping stone to get your private clients. That is always the end goal. The end goal is for you to start a business where you make your own rules. That's basically the title of my thing. Turn Uber into a business. Start doing Uber with the end goal of turning this into a business and starting your own thing where you can make your own rules, you can get your own clients and all that. That is the whole essence of turn Uber into a business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Hope we get some more time and talk about transport business, brother.
Okay, I'm off on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Next Tuesday I'll be busy. Yeah, just contact me if you need another interview, and it's on Tuesday. It will be about the same time. Okay. It will take about an hour. If you have some other questions that you have regarding rideshare, I can help and answer with that. I have no problem.
Yeah, maybe you can also tell people to follow you on your socials.
My social is turn Uber into a business. My name is Timothy. Again, my name is Timothy. I drive in Chicago. I've been doing this for 6 years. I can pretty much answer any question you have on rideshare. My page is turn Uber into a business. Go like, share, and I post at least a video every day. I cover every subject that you can think of, anywhere from cleanliness to professionalism to starting any other business that you want. I cover everything.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And I don't ask for money, so just go watch the videos. Right? Right.
Okay, Timothy, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem. You have yourself a lovely night. It was a pleasure.
Okay. Do you speak Luganda? Do you know any Luganda?
Speaking, well, it's for kugeta, right? But understanding, yes, I understand it very, very well.